try to make this brief. I'm back at Central Park. I'm gonna call it the scene of the crime. The crime being the Fred Lebow 13.1 half marathon. I call it a crime because of my performance. It wasn't really up to the par of what I wanted. And it really all comes down to training. So, a friend of mine texted me. I said, I wasn't really satisfied with my performance. And they said, well, this is, let me pull up exactly what she said. She said, it builds you, right? And that now you can be prepared for the next time that something like this occurs, which is literally what training means, right? Training is to do these repetitive tasks so that you could be better at them the next time it occurs, and so that you don't feel like you're in shock or, surprised. Like, I shouldn't be shocked or surprised, to be honest, because I expected everything. I knew there was going to be 3 of those Harlem Hills, right? There was going to be 3 of those. And I'm still wondering, how did they squeeze 3? 2, I understand. 3, how did they mathematically pull that off? I guess it's where you start, and then that extra curl they have at the end, and their extra modified loop, somehow get you to run it 3 times. But that's really it. They really want to push you for this one, and I get it. You got to sometimes go through difficult things to get to be better. So, here's why I'm really upset. Okay, let's be real. If I'm gonna do this marathon in November, and I'm struggling quite hard at the Fred Lebow, we're talking about the beginning of the year, and I've done the Fred Lebow the prior year, 2023, and I felt like this was the worst run I've ever ran. And then I went back on the New York Roadrunners website and looked at the numbers, and I was 3 minutes faster than last time. I'm like, wait a second. So technically this is a personal best. But it certainly did not feel like it. It was in line with what happened last time. And the fact that basically I collapsed to 2023 and 2024 in the same exact thing, to be that close, to be like just 3 minutes apart, meant the same thing happened then, that my legs got tired, the hills really got to me, and had to walk parts. So this video is going a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's what I wanted to get to. I was upset, but I have to think about just training better. And a lot of people say, hey, it's mental. It's mental. Find the mental fortitude to surpass the physical limitations. And I thought about that long and hard. I'm like, yeah, but you need the physical too. You can't just be like, oh, I have the brain and the will, I'm gonna somehow make that work, right? You gotta work on both. That's what training is. Exercise. I'm gonna exercise, strengthen my legs, do hill repeats, more intervals, those kinds of things, and just really try to tackle these particular, this Central Park hills are amazing, both in the fact that they're a challenge and that they just seem to just go up forever, but also amazing, to see how you feel, right, once you conquer it. I remember the first time I did it, I didn't know about it. A friend of mine just said, let's go for a run. I did it. And I was like, what the heck is this? We're just running and running and running up. It just keeps going up. Is this mountain climbing? I thought we were running. But really good challenge. I think that those of you who are not from here and like to run should definitely come out to this park, experience that, tell your family that you did it, and you'll feel great, like a great accomplishment. So that's really it. This whole thing is about the marathon, right? Can I do it? People say, yeah, you could do it. And yes, I believe I could do it too. And I do believe that I will be walking parts in the marathon because it's a lot. But I do have a particular goal of I don't want to be running all day long for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. No, I want to get it done in 4 hours, maybe 4 and change. Even if it's a 4:30, that's okay with me. I'll be happy with that. So let me work on these marathons. So that's another thing. I signed up for the Staten Island. I don't know why I did that. I don't know how I'm getting out there, how I'm getting back home. I gotta figure that one out. But I know, YOLO. You know what? Before I forget, there's a couple of things that are really important about the run, right? One, yes, I was complaining I didn't do well, but you think about it, you know, I did do slightly better than last time, but the conditions were drastically different. So people came out and it was freezing cold and it was raining and it was freezing cold rain. So think about it, those two conditions separately could make or break a run. They happened at the same time. It was freezing cold rain, right? And if you don't dress appropriately, the only thing I say I was missing is gloves and headphones. I didn't have music, so you know, nothing new on race day. Oh, speaking of new on race day, the shoes. Those shoes were good. They felt good. My feet didn't hurt. They felt a little heavy, heavier than the shoes that I normally like to run in. But maybe I need that. Maybe I need that support because it didn't hurt. But yeah, that's what I wanted to bring out is that people came out there, freezing cold rain. Just doing that, showing up, and somehow completing it is something to say in and of itself. Of the type of people that come out to this. You know, we're call us warriors, right? We were out there fighting the battles. So I wanted to bring that out there real quick before I fully end it. To not just complain and say just be better, but sometimes just show up. Right? Just show up. Alrighty. Peace.